بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Today we're going to go on a trip. We're going to go on a trip to the Balkans, more specifically to Sarajevo, Bosnia. I want you to imagine that you have just entered the old bazaar of Sarajevo, and you're taking in all the sights, the tourists and the locals mingling, the hustle and bustle of a well-populated city. And central to this district is the one dominating feature, the dome of the Masjid of Sarajevo. As you enter the serene courtyard of the masjid, you are greeted by a fountain in the middle. You approach the fountain to make wudu. All the while you are taking in this magnificent complex. You see rows of rooms on adjacent sides of the courtyard. You see a library. You see a university. You see a bakery. You see a hotel. You see markets that are vaulted over. Once you complete your wudu, you begin to converse with the locals, and the locals begin to fill you in on the rich history of this magnificent complex. And you are transported back to the early 1500s, when this complex was at its heyday, at its apex. You see students in their traditional garb, long flowing robes, in their turbans, with their books in their hands, coming to and from the madrasa, the university, going to the library to study. Students who will become the future muftis and administrators of Sarajevo itself, because they understand the culture and the context of Sarajevo. Students who will become future bureaucrats and represent the interest of Sarajevo in the Ottoman Empire. You see spiritual devotees engaged in dhikr, residing and lodging in the rooms that are adjacent to the courtyard. You smell the fresh aroma of baked bread wafting in the air, and you see the city's poor lining up outside the bakery to receive food for free. You see a group of travelers that have just arrived, and they make their way to the hotel where they will receive free lodging. All of this was the result of the vision of one visionary, a visionary that was deeply rooted in the spiritual and academic tradition of Islam, the Ottoman appointed governor of Sarajevo, Gāzī Ḥusrev Beğ. When we take a step back and we analyze the vision of Ḥusrev Beğ, we uncover deep and profound insight. We see at the center of the structure three initiatives. We see the academic grounding, we see spiritual grounding, and we see social welfare. The combination of these three components make for the ingredients of a successful recipe for the building of a civilization that is rooted in faith. Individuals like Ḥusrev Beğ were not outliers in the Muslim Ummah. Rather, they were the norm. Muslim visionaries across the Muslim world, from Arabia to North Africa, to Indonesia, to the subcontinent, all of them executed the same recipe. This same recipe still stands today. It has stood the test of time. And if implemented today, it will yield the same results.